What's good, family? Welcome back. Trash talking with the old heads. It's that time here. You know what it is, boy. We roll it with NFL playoff football, the best time of the year. College football playoffs.
You better
real
say
games begin. We was perfect last week, bro. Perfecto.
We were perfect, sir. It was somebody. Somebody wasn't perfect.
Somebody was not. They missed both the real games, both of them.
I wonder, is that the reason why he couldn't make this?
Why
you think that's the reason? You think why that's why he couldn't make the show?
Because he picked both of them incorrectly, sir. Incorrectly, sir.
The two that count. The two
that mattered, right? We'll
get
into them. We'll get into them other two trash games a little bit later on too. That was some garbage. We'll get into a little bit of NBA. The Joker is on a tear, but is it fugazi? We'll get into that a little bit later on. Though, is it a little bit fugazi because of the error? But we'll see. But you know where we got to start, bro.
Hold on, man.
Hey,
let me tell you.
Man, hey, it's because I'm at this different spot, Chief. This got me thrown off, bro.
Where you at, man? Where you at? I see the background.
Yeah, man. I'm in a different spot, man. Different spot, bro. Too goddamn cold, bro.
It is 30-something degrees, man. But no excuses. Play like a champion. This is when it matters. This is when it counts. You play in the cold. You play when it's freezing. You see me, I'm down here in the basement, sweater on, got the button up and the t-shirt. It's
about that time. Why play like a champion when you about to be a champion?
Stop all that bullshit, man. Stop all that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit.
You know what it is, 49 all
Miss me with that
bang,
bullshit.
Bang. We got the bang, bang report coming up, too. We got that coming up in a minute, too. But at the end of that, don't forget that like and subscribe button. Smash that like and subscribe button. I thought you. I ain't gonna forget, bro. Hey,
don't forget.
Trash talking with the old heads. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, you can catch us on Facebook as well. Trash talking with the old heads. But bro,
we don't practice, people. We don't practice. We go live.
We go live. That's what we do, bro.
Like Bill O'Reilly say, "Fuck it, let's do it live."
Ravens, man. They kept their season alive, bro.
Run it.
At Lambeau, King Henry showing out 4 TDs, 200 plus yards. Steelers laid an egg in Cleveland. So, bro,
let me see if you run it. I can see if you run it. Give your man's on the floor.
Winner take all for the division on Sunday.
Run it.
First question before we get into some of the particulars, who you got on Sunday?
Listen, have I wavered at all? Have I wavered anytime this season?
A little bit.
When? Show the receipts. Show the receipts. Now it looked sketchy last week. I ain't gonna know the week before last. It looked sketchy. Looked real sketchy. But I'd never wavered. I said, especially when DK Metcalf got himself suspended. I said, oh, they don't have Metcalf?
Right.
And we've seen what the Steelers can do. So what was your question again? I don't want to get off topic. I want to answer your question directly.
First question was who you got. So you got the Ravens. I can already tell you picking the Ravens. Even if Huntley's starting?
Even if Huntley's starting. Okay, I'm going with the Ravens.
Me too. I think the Steelers.
I got to stick with my choice. I can't jump on them now.
I can't either, man. Even though, like I said, the Steelers, without Metcalf, I think he's put them on the brink of not even making the playoffs. They won't even make the playoffs now. I guess my first question is, if they don't, let's say the Steelers don't make the playoffs, should it be up for Tomlin?
You don't say that, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it with Tomlin, right? He's a solid coach. You know,
is he a great coach?
I'm gonna say solid coach. I'm not gonna give him the great coach narrative, even though he has a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl appearance. We can't just keep labeling coaches who win a Super Bowl as a great coach. He's been a solid coach, but any coach without a good quarterback is not going to win games. And yes, he has Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron is old. He has he has an old Aaron Rodgers and not the old Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So there's only so much you're going to get from him. And if your offensive line can't consistently, run the ball or, make you effective at running the ball all the time, then you're going to have to, have these up and down seasons like he's had. Prior to this year, he didn't have a quarterback. Russell Wilson, we see what he is. He had Justin Fields, we see what he is. Before that, he had Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, you're right.
Both of them non-existent, playing nowhere. And then prior to those years, he had Ben Roethlisberger, an old beat up Ben Roethlisberger. So I will give Tomlin this. He has held the fort down. They have not had a losing season in a bunch of years, right? He's been consistent by keeping them afloat.
Something like that. 17 years or something.
Yeah. And they always have a solid defense, at least a solid. Even when the defense wasn't really good, they were still solid. The issue for me with Tomlin is what percentage do you give him the blame for the roster construction from an
Right.
offensive
Is he picking the
standpoint?
groceries? Is he got
Right.
shot for the damn groceries? And to me, I don't know because I don't know the inner workings of the Steelers. But the fact that he's still there tells me no. Because if he's the coach with all this power, making all the picks, and you messed up all these quarterbacks, he'd be fired.
Right. Exactly.
I don't believe he's the one picking the quarterbacks and things. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he has to sign off on it eventually, but I don't think he's the one making the choices though. Because if he was, you had grounds to fire him a long time ago. Then
long time
that's
ago.
the case. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't think he's picking his own groceries. I really don't, bro. Because there's no way you keep him this long if he's picking the girl. I think the owner sees that, okay, he didn't pick these players. They ain't no good, but he always get us to a winning record, even with the slop that we have at quarterback. That's the only way it makes sense to me, Chief.
And here's the thing, like if you talk about the quarterback position and the decisions that's being made, I'm gonna bring this up for every team that passed on Shedeur Sanders. And no, he's not looking like a world beater, but he's definitely looking better than a lot of what they have drafted above him. I don't know why the Steelers wouldn't draft him just in the vein of you got Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what we can develop out of him. Now, Aaron Rodgers ain't been known to develop nobody. He's been a fucking asshole to a lot of the quarterbacks that have came under him. It's kind of like how Brett Favre did him when he came in. So it's I don't know if Shedeur would have excelled under his tutelage. I do know that what I've seen out of Shedeur and what the Steelers have coming back if this is Aaron's last season, it definitely should be on the table that it's his last season.
Oh, man, definitely.
What position are they going to be in? They're going to be right back to where they started without having a quarterback of the future. Why would you take a second or a third round pick on Shedeur? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Or some quarterback, one of these QBs. They should have took somebody at some point to develop a quarterback. It just doesn't make sense to do it the way they did it. But speaking of QB, let's take a look on the other side. Ravens, the report. I know I'm sure you saw the report that came out.
Yeah.
About Lamar playing video games till late in the night. That's why he don't like practicing in the morning, so they had to move the practice to later in the afternoon. Don't know how true it is. I'm just telling you what the report said. You know what I'm saying? Falling asleep in meetings. Don't like to be criticized, so they always had to praise him all the time. So the coaches can't really say nothing to him.
Who is this report coming from?
This is like a beat writer in Baltimore. So the dude that they say is really, really connected got sources inside the organization. So it's not like no fly by night dude. This is a dude with I think the Baltimore Sun who's like embedded with the team like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Chief. It was in that report.
So when reports like this come out, there's always a motive for the person,
every time.
Organization.
The organization lets that come out for a reason.
Right.
And it's been said behind the scenes that they're working on a contract. They're negotiating again with him. And so it's being brought up to it. That's maybe why he's less reluctant to play through injury because he ain't got no more guaranteed money on his deal. and they working on
with him and his mama.
right, right, right. And he got 74. He counts 74 or 75 million against the cap next year. So they got to rework the deal somehow. You know what I'm saying? So Lamar don't seem like the type man who want to play when he ain't got his money right. You know what I'm
So
saying?
listen, so listen. So this deal was done what about 2 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago now. It seemed like it's been 2 years, hasn't it?
So I know this question went on the rundown, but we got to revisit it. We got to revisit it since you brought that up. Like, did his mama eventually? It got signed, but how long did it take for it to get signed? Remember, it was going
Right,
that went into to this
right,
almost to the regular season, a year that that
right,
contract
right.
got was up for negotiation.
Signed in
Uh,
April of 23.
yeah, yeah. So about 2.5 years ago. So almost three. So did she set him up for this situation, because he should have been in year 4 going into trying to renegotiate the deal.
But see, I think it's more the Ravens trying to renegotiate because he's 70 next year. He's 74.5 against the cap. They the one with the issue. You know what I'm saying? They have the issue because he's gonna count like 75 million against their cap. So they want to restructure it, which is of course he's gonna want more guaranteed money. I'm gonna let you restructure my contract to help you out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, man, it might be time for a divorce between him and Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying?
Harbaugh
It
got to
might be,
go, man.
huh?
I think Harbaugh got to go. You cannot let Jackson go. I'm sorry. Whatever the beat writer is reporting on, they knew that before they made the deal with him, which I believe that kind of speaks to why they was like, well, go shop for a deal. They wasn't really gung
Right.
ho. But we saw what he is capable of. He's capable of being the best quarterback in the league. We saw him improve his passing game.
Right.
So that my issue with the Ravens, and I know yours and everybody else, national media, it all came to a head when Derrick Henry ran for all those yards this last game against the Packers. They had to run him. They had to. And then you juxtapose that to what we saw the week before when he was basically carrying the team, and then they decide not to give him the ball in the last 2 possessions of the game when you needed
Right.
to milk the clock to save the win, which you would be in a better position now had you been able to continue to win that game and other games that they lost. Harbaugh has been the head coach over several games where they have lost fourth quarter leads. He's shown a propensity not to lean on them several times when their strength in years past has been the running game, whether they was running with Lamar, and then now that they got Derrick Henry, being able to continue to lean on that big dude.
With the talent on that team, man, one, they got to make the playoffs, Chief. He has no chance of coming back if they don't beat the Steelers. Because I'm sorry, it's too much talent on that team for you to miss the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I agree.
All the futility you've had the last 3 or 4 years with the best team in the league on paper, a bunch of them years, at least 2 of those years,
On
you
paper,
had
yeah.
the best squad on paper.
And 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 what have I said about the Ravens? They have the framework and the players to improve their defense, even though they've started out the last 2 seasons with having a suspect defense
Right,
from a stats standpoint.
right. So if Lamar say 75%, do you start him?
If he's 75%, yeah. 75% of Mar is better than
Yeah.
100% Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, I think you have to as well. I think, yeah, I know I've been seeing. The only thing that's been bothering me about this whole thing, man, is the media, the way they've turned on him. I don't know if you've been watching any of it, but it's been kind of disturbing. I don't know if you saw. You got to go watch. Big Swagoo went off on your boy. What's his name? The bald head dude on ESPN, late night Sports Center. Van Pelt. Van
Van
Pelt.
Pelt, yeah.
He was about to start that bull about whether they better off with Lamar, and man, Swagoo went in. He went in, and I finally he's the first person I've heard say what I've been thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a 2-time MVP we talking about, and they've been talking about this man like he trash. That's really been upsetting me too. The whole way the narrative shifted on an injured Lamar, how everybody's out on him as a QB. All these white guys on TV, and I'll say it, all
Yeah.
these white guys on TV, all of a sudden,
I've been
he ain't no
saying
good.
I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it. I'm like, I really hadn't really thought about it in terms of like in the entire um, white national media, but I have been seeing some people who have always been on the side of I'm not a Lamar guy. You know what I'm saying? Notably Nick Wright. But his issue was anybody that's close to Mahomes or challenging Mahomes for supremacy as far as a quarterback standpoint, even in especially in the conference,
Take
he
them
gonna
down
have an
when you
issue with
get
it.
your chance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree,
But
man. It's just
but
been
I have been seeing it kind of filter out amongst the other, national media
right.
talking heads.
Man, have a down year after 2 MVPs, which should be 3 MVPs. Y'all narratively gave last year to
Well,
get
we knew
boy.
what that was going to happen, though. We
Yeah,
knew that. We talked about it all season.
yeah.
Well,
They
especially at the
gave that to
midpoint.
Josh Allen because they just thought he too good not to have an MVP. Basically,
Well, and because he was basically, the narrative,
he
and
ain't got
kind
no
of
help.
there's some truth to it. He was by himself. He didn't have Derrick Henry.
He doesn't have outside perimeter help. I'll give
Right.
him that. But he got help. You know what I'm saying? It's
He
crazy.
got good. He got two good tight ends, or he had two good tight ends,
Good
and
running back,
James Cook was a
excellent
pretty good
offensive
running back.
line. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, crazy, man. But yeah, we both got the Ravens, though, man. I agree with you. I think Tomlin, man, it might be time to go after this year if he don't get this.
Sure,
Might be time to go. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. I agree with you. And Brian Max deal with it. And don't you be giving, you better, hey, that dude, man, I can't believe the stuff that he says sometimes, but well, that's another subject for another day. We'll have to bring him to the trash. We got to
Right,
bring him online one of these days. Hopefully he'll come
right,
on and
right.
explain himself.
Explain yourself, bro. But let's talk about the Eagles quickly, man. Of course, they held on, what was it, 13-12 or whatever it was, that garbage game against the Bills, man. The offense of the Eagles, man. Simple question, bro. Is this a Super Bowl caliber offense? Can they win with this offense that they have, bro?
Not in the playoffs, man. Not in the playoffs. Unless their defense is going. Now they can if their defense play like they did last game. Zach Bond he balled out yesterday. If they're
Yeah,
getting the Kobe Dean back, but they got Jihad Campbell, he played solid ball yesterday. I saw the pass rush a little bit more improved
yeah.
than
It was
what they had been
Jalen
showing.
Carter was back.
Jalen Carter, Phillips, they got your boy from the Phillips
Miami.
from Miami. So if they can get their pass rush to step it up from a production standpoint, and that don't always mean sacks. It means like the GOAT Saban always says, can you affect the quarterback? Can
Right.
you get him off his throwing point? Can you get pressures, so to speak? Tip passes, anything to get the quarterback, make it uncomfortable for the quarterback, including sacks. They have an opportunity to make it back to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but that's only if they offense stop being a good offense in one half and trash the second half.
Right.
Like
Right.
this has been a theme all season. And y'all remember last time we had this conversation, and y'all asked me about the Eagles and the Packers. I know the Packers kind of fell off, but the Packers did lose their quarterback. Um, between the Eagles and the Packers, I thought the Packers would be able to sustain and a better um, candidate to win the Super Bowl or even make it to the Super Bowl than the Eagles. And this is why. Their offense just too inconsistent. And if they don't improve their running game, I don't see it improving.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be matchup determined. You know what I'm saying? Who you had to play. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say they get the Bears or the Niners, somebody who defense is just, you know what I'm saying, not very good. I think their offense is gonna look a lot better. So it just really depends to me on the matchup. That's why when it comes to playoffs, man, I always want to see the matchups. You know, who playing who. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the teams, everybody in this playoff is flawed on both sides, AFC and the NFC. None of these teams are just like, okay, they can't be beat. They can all be beaten. They all got big flaws. You know what I'm saying? The Rams, everybody think they so complete. They showing you the Falcons showing you tonight. No, not so much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they secondary
The
not
Rams
that
gonna
good.
lose. It's 16 seconds left.
No, that's what I'm saying. The Falcons showing them tonight. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
not all like that. You know what I'm saying? These teams, they not all built like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it depends on the matchup. I wouldn't want to see the Eagles in the playoffs. And I'm this coming from a dude who don't even really believe in Jalen Hurts like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to have to play him though with that defense, especially in the first round or something. I don't want to play them, especially if you got to go to Philly, which you do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I think they got a shot to get back. I know everybody on them. I don't like the. I'm with you. I don't like the offense either. One of them games where you score 13 points, it ain't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? But they got a shot to
Any
get
other,
back.
I
They're a
think that
contender.
you can say that about any of the teams
It's wide
in
open.
the NFC,
Yeah, it's wide open.
except for maybe the Panthers and the Buccaneers if they
Right,
make it.
right, right.
Uh, you know, Green Bay, if they get Jordan Love back, they can beat you. Chicago, yeah, you know, they saw what they you saw what they can do last night. They can, they can look dead in the water and then all of a sudden they come back. Seattle, San Francisco, you think that they dead, but you know what I'm saying, they all they great defensive players are out, but they right there. Could be the top seed in the conference. So, it's a wide open NFC and AFC for that matter.
I agree. It is, bro. I agree. It's one of them seasons, man, where it's gonna be a good playoff. You know what I'm saying? To see who come out on top. But it's time. You know what it is, bro. Let's get to this bang bang report where we talk about these 49ers. You already know what it is. Playing for the number one seed on
The
Saturday.
gang bang report.
You know what I'm saying? Playing for the number one seed. Nobody saw this coming. I'm not gonna even front. I didn't see it coming. I ain't gonna even lie. I wish I could say I saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We will beat Seattle on Saturday night. I'm calling it now. We will beat Seattle on Saturday night and secure the number one seed in the NFC. And when that happens, you already know what that means, G. Only got to win 2 games, bro. 2 games at home when the Super Bowl is in San Francisco or Santa Clara. We're going to the Super Bowl, G. I'm calling this shit now.
No, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
I'm calling that
So,
shit now.
so all of your hopes and dreams can fade and be flushed down the toilet where the rest of the Cowboy fans reside. I want y'all right there
I'm calling
in
it
that rim, in that bowl, that cesspool.
Bang, bang, Niner guy.
Can't nobody hear that shit, man. Turn that shit off.
Bang, bang, Niner guy.
Continue your thoughts, sir.
I ain't got no thoughts, man. I'm gonna give y'all this though. It's impressive to see a team lose the best linebacker, one of the top
Thank you.
5 pass rushers,
Thank you. The
to
damn number one wide receiver quit football. Like,
where he ain't. If he quit football, then what good was he gonna be to you anyway? But then also for Brock Purdy to come back and have the run that he's had the last 4 or 5 games after being injured and have to lean on your backup quarterback to not only sustain you but
shout out
put
Mac
you in a
Jones,
good
no
position.
doubt. No, Mac Jones played ball.
So
I can't even say nothing about him. He played ball.
yeah, I ain't gonna hate. It's what I'm saying. I don't like y'all. I hate the hell out of y'all. I hate y'all guts. But you got to give props where it's due, and you got to give the Mike Shanahan for holding together, and Robert Saleh for keeping their defense as they ain't great, but they ain't the Cowboys defense. They ain't the Jets defense.
They close,
They ain't
dog.
the Raiders
They
defense.
close, dog.
Nah, dog.
He getting a
Nah,
lot of credit, dog. Miles
nah, man.
Miles Garrett got
Nah,
sacked. Miles
nah,
Garrett got
man.
more sacks than we do.
I don't care about all that. Can you tackle? They tackle in open field, so you can catch the ball, but you ain't finna go. You're not gonna be bums away all night.
Nah, but
And
you're
when
gonna
you
be
catch,
wide open when you catch that bitch.
but
Shit.
you're going down soon as you catch it. You don't see a lot of after yards,
No,
after the
they can
reception
tackle. They
yards.
tackle. I'll give him
They
that.
tackle
They
well.
tackle.
They play good, solid. They got good, solid principles. When you look at the Cowboys, we all out of position. We running plays that don't make no goddamn sense whatsoever. You got the linebacker filling holes that they ain't even should be filled, leaving other holes wide open. It's night and day. So I can appreciate a team that don't have the talent on as the talent that they should
Yeah.
have
Yeah, because
with the
our number one pick hurt for the year. I'm like,
yeah
man, this
with the
man,
defense,
it all
the defensive captain, who I call the best defensive player in football, especially the best linebacker in football, Fred Warner, him being out, and then the defense still be able to be competitive that's a good job for me, especially for me rooting for the Cowboys. And it's just our offense has been spectacular all season long. And we got to be damn near perfect because our defense can't stop a nosebleed, can't stop shit.
Yeah, man, it's one of them situations, man. Like I say, there is a caveat to what I just said. It's if we get the number one seed. Without it, we cannot win 3 road
You
games.
called it though. You
I
called it.
said I
You
called
said
it.
that y'all
I
was
said
gonna
we're
get
gonna
the
be
number
playing
one.
at home 2 games,
No, what
and
you
we're gonna
said
win the Super
was
Bowl.
what
That's
you
what I
said
think. But
was
if we do not get the number one
nope,
seed,
nope, nope.
no,
That's
sir.
not gonna let
That's
you. I'm
why I'm
not gonna let you do
clarifying
that.
now. So you
I
can't
am
hold
not
me to
gonna let you
so
do
you
that.
can't hold me
This
to
is
some
what you
shit that I
said.
didn't
We
mean.
beat
Well, I'm
Seattle
clarifying
Saturday
right
night.
now. I think we will beat Seattle Saturday night. And if so, we win the
No,
Super
no, 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 no. Say it with your chest. You
If
said we
so,
will beat Seattle.
we win the Super. Right. I still think we will.
So
If we do
right. So
not,
that
but this is football. If we
by
do not, we
now I
cannot
know
win.
if we do not, you can't say we will beat Seattle and then say if we beat Seattle, then we
If
win the
we do
Super
not
Bowl.
win the
You
game
put
Saturday night, we can't
this
win
is
the
the
Super Bowl.
transitive
Our
perfect tense.
defense,
You
no,
you
our
said this.
defense does not,
So because you
cannot
said
go on
that,
the road for 3 games and win.
you said A was gonna happen, and because you said that, C will happen. So you believe, therefore, A equals C, which means you think the 49ers today, the 49ers winning the Super Bowl. That's what you said.
That's what I
And I'm
think.
holding it to I'm
That's what I
holding you
think
to
will happen.
that. I'm
If
holding
we
you
get
to
the
that.
number one seed, this is
I
on.
I don't
If
no, we
we
didn't
get
you
the
didn't start
number
out
one
by saying
seed,
that. Okay. All right.
that's
I'm gonna
on
let
wax.
you I'm gonna let you kowtow and let you backtrack on what you initially said.
That's
But
on
you
wax.
initially
That's why I
said
wanted to clarify with your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to clarify. If we get the number one seed, we will win the Super Bowl. Without it, with that defense, we can't go on the road 3 times and win the Super Bowl with that defense. I'm a realist about my team. On the road 3 times, maybe in weather, we will not be able to win with that defense. I'm sorry.
from the 49ers. How about that?
Fuck the Cowboys. How about that? But let's get to these games that are coming up. When they start? Is it Wednesday? I think the
Woo,
first
let's
one
get to
Wednesday
it.
night. Let's get
Yeah.
to it.
Wednesday night.
AFC Wednesday night, Ohio State, Miami. Who you got?
Ohio State and Miami. Ohio State and Miami. Miami, Ohio State. Feinhorn and Finkel and Einhorn. Let's see. Let's see. Ohio, I ain't thought about it, Dante. Let me look at this. Let me look at this again, man. I gotta go Ohio State. I
You
gotta go Ohio State. I
you
want
going
to
to
pick
Ohio
Miami
State.
for the upset. What they playing?
Ohio State.
No,
No, it's in bowl. Which bowl is it? I was
is it
looking
the
at it earlier.
Fiesta Bowl?
It's one of the bowls. I was looking at it earlier. I'll look at that. But so why you
I'm
got
finna pull it up now. I'm finna pull it up now. So Ohio State and Miami is playing at the Cotton Bowl. They playing
Cotton
in
Bowl
Dallas,
in Texas?
Texas. Dallas, Texas. It is. Is that gonna be at Jerry World or they gonna be at the old Cotton Bowl Stadium? They might be at Jerry World.
Maybe.
If they playing at Jerry World, you see me, Dante.
You already know, bro. Man, I'm so sick of that dude.
Miami,
Man. I'm so sick of that dude, man.
Miami, MIAO.
Man, I'm so sick of that dude, man. Like, dude, your time is over, dude. Michael Irvin, go home, dog.
Man, let that man
Go
cook.
home, dog. Go home,
Let
dog.
him cook.
Go home, dog. Looking like a straight asshole.
Man, let that man cook, man. Yeah, man. I like Miami's defense, man. I like their defense, bro.
Offense. atrocious though, dog. That shit atrocious, dog.
They just the running game. If they stick with that running game and be and able to hit some more plays with
I think it'll be low scoring, but
with
Ohio State,
Malachi Tony and your boy number 7, I can't think of his name, the big guy. They can Ohio State don't
they got them 2 receivers though.
they do got them 2 receivers. They got Martell
They
Tate and
they
Jeremiah
them
Williams.
Tatum, yeah. I don't know, Chief. I'm about to go Ohio
But
State.
Indiana showed you what you can do with pressure.
They did. They did.
And
I'm still,
Miami's defensive line can get pressure on you.
I'm still going Ohio State.
I'm gonna pick Miami. I'm going with the Canes. Let's go.
No, I'm not a believer in Carson Beck. Even though I picked him last week, that's because I was less of a believer in Texas A&M. But nah, give me Ohio State, man, all day, every day. Capital One Orange Bowl,
Down in Miami. I'm gonna
Oregon,
go with
Texas Tech. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Ducks, man. Dante Moore. I just, we saw what, BYU, even though they end up winning, you know what I'm saying, they struggled for majority of their game against Georgia Tech. And Texas Tech, I just, them playing in the Big 12 don't impress me. Oregon they've been tested. They've been battle tested. So in Miami, I am going to say, fuck it, man. The upstart Texas Tech Red Raiders with the upset.
Oh boy, I thought I was gonna be on the island by myself. I got Texas Tech, bro. I believe in the team that they have bought because that defense is for real. I know the Big 12. I get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't play nobody. I get it. But that defense for real, Chief. I think they're gonna show Oregon that they for real. You know what I'm saying on defense. It's can they scrounge together enough points, which I think they will be able to. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be hard fought, a low scoring game, but Texas Tech, that defense carries the day, I think, Chief. And I think they win this game, Chief.
Yeah. I gotta
Who is favored in out?
them. I gotta look at the Ducks are favored by 1.5.
Yeah, I
It,
think
it opened at 1.5. It's now I think it's gone up to 2.5.
yeah. I ain't a believer in the Ducks in a big spot for real. I can't believe they always find a way to lose. Oh,
Yeah,
Miss Georgia, the rematch.
let me go with Georgia, man. Let me go with Georgia. I want to pull for Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? The underdog story, losing their head coach. They playing for something, but Georgia's defense just
Man, but
they
I got visions of that first game rolling around in my head, Chief. They was at their ass at Georgia, Chief.
they was at their ass, but they let it. They
In
fourth
that fourth quarter,
That
yeah,
happened.
they let it
It's
go.
4 quarters. It's 4 quarters, man.
Man, I have a hard time letting go of that first 3 quarters in that game, Chief. Man, they outplayed them in the first 3 quarters, Chief. But I gotta
The
go with
thing
I gotta
is,
go with the pedigree too, though. I can't even lie.
yeah, it's you gotta have an ability to be able to make a stop when it's very much needed. And unfortunately, Tulane didn't present that opportunity for Ole Miss to show that they can make the stop when it matters the most. And Georgia does that time and time again. They make the stop when it matters most. They make the play on offense, even though you won't be scared of them offensively.
Right.
They can be got. They're
They
not
can be had.
unbeatable.
This the one
If
I'm probably the
if
most
Ole Miss can
unsure
make
about.
if Ole Miss can make two critical stop drives, make two critical stops, whether they force them to kick a field goal or force them to punt in critical moments. And I'm talking about the
Trinidad
critical
Champ just
moments
need
of
to
the
be on
game.
Trinidad Champ just need to be on his
Yeah.
game.
And he got to be on his game. He got to be on his game. That's what I see with this game is that Ole Miss is not going to have, that diversity that will keep Georgia off his toes. Georgia, I believe, Kirby I think he can game plan around the team that they've seen before and know how they want to attack. And plus, Georgia's defense has improved since that game.
Yeah, they have. It's like I said, I think this the one I'm probably the most. I'm gonna take Georgia, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got beat. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they got beat. I really because
I'm
Georgia's
pulling
all
for Ole Miss because fuck them dogs. But yeah, I got Georgia winning.
cool.
I'll pull for the upset though.
Yeah, I'm pulling for the
I'm
upset.
pulling for
I'm taking
all
Georgia.
upsets. Upsets, baby. And you
Yep.
know who I'm picking next.
Rose
You
Bowl,
don't even need to ask.
Bama,
Why you gonna
Indiana.
ask me?
Who
Go
you
on, say
got?
what you gonna say. You know what I got. Say what you gonna say.
Look, man, I like the Indiana QB. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? But I think he overhyped. I've seen him play 3 times, 3 full games this year. Yet to be impressed with what everybody else saying. He beat up on a lot of cupcakes, put up a lot,
5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions in the
right,
games that counted.
right, games that matter. I saw him in the Penn State game. Yeah, I know old boy with the call. Give him the house now. Yeah, okay. He didn't do shit in that game. I saw the whole game. He didn't do
I
shit.
watched it too. He had that one great throw. He had a couple throws, but that one that stood
Right.
out was the one he threw in the end
I
zone.
give him the Oregon game. I think it was. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't tremendous in that one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm finding it hard to do because I do like Indiana's defense, but and they tested. They have played some tough games, even though Penn State ain't what we thought they were. We know Penn State is a team that does have talent. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I look for when I say when you play somebody. Do they actually have the talent to beat you? You know what I'm saying? So they played some teams with some talent. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I think they're gonna get. Oh, this one tough. I think y'all might get them, Chief. I think y'all could get them. But I say that with your boy gonna have to play almost a perfect game at QB. He going to be on his shit
It,
all day long.
it won't require Ty Simpson to be perfect. It's going to require him to be great. It's going to require him to play like he did in the second quarter on in the Oklahoma game. But what is also going to require, I'm going with my boys, but we're going to have to get at least 80 yards rushing.
Yeah, man, I don't see
Including
how you gonna do
including
it.
sacks, including sacks. I know a lot of times we know we take the sack yards out. You know what I'm saying? We include the sack yards in the total yardage, but we have to be able to run the ball. And I believe we can run the ball. I don't think we're gonna get no 150 yards, but if we can get 80 to 100, I think that'll be enough for us to make this game or get out of this game with a win. Because number one, we're getting 2 healthy running backs. Our offensive line is healthier, and we don't have a bad offensive line. Can't quite put a finger on why we suck at running the ball. We have decent running backs. We have a good offensive line. Kalen DeBoer has stuck with the run, even though it's been 3 yards, 2 yards in a cloud of dust. He has. And that was my issue with him last year was not the fact that we lost. It was the who we lost to and how we lost to him. And then it was such a Jalen Milroe run attack. Everything was centered around Jalen Milroe. He was 85% of our offense, passing and throwing, and it didn't leave any room for diversity. We didn't give our running backs. I remember coming up on this podcast last year and explaining and showing y'all what I saw out of Washington when their leading running back didn't have half as many rushing or carries as Bama's leading running back, and how many years that had been the case. So he's shown this year that he will stick with the run, because if you cannot survive in the SEC if you don't have a running game. And for some reason we've survived just enough to get to this point, but I believe that this is the game where we'll put it together, so to speak, and put some production on paper. Not the old Bama game, not the old Bama running game when we would lean on you and pummel you to death, and there wasn't nothing you can do to stop it, but enough to make the offense diversified.
Man, you almost talking me into taking Indiana because I don't believe y'all gonna be able to run the ball. I've seen y'all play. It ain't very good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said your boy gonna have to be perfect because I don't think y'all gonna be able to run the ball.
Yeah. If if
I
if
just
we
don't see it.
if we had 30 yards rushing, then we won't win.
They won't win.
We
Man,
wonn win.
I'm
If we
flipping.
had 30 yards
Give me
rushing, we
Indiana,
won't
man.
win.
I'm flipping my pick. Give me
That's
Indiana.
what I want to hear.
Give
That's
me
what I
Indiana.
want to hear. Against us. It's
Indiana,
against the world, baby.
give
It's
me
against
Indiana,
the
man.
world.
I just can't see it. Bama goes down, goes home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't see y'all running the ball, Chief. I just can't see it. And then the more I think about it, can old boy be perfect? Probably not.
If we can't run the ball, we definitely gonna have to have turnovers.
Yeah, most
If we
definitely.
can't run the ball, we definitely got to have turnovers.
Most
Short
definitely.
fields, some
Most.
special team plays.
Hey, but it's one of the ones I'm looking forward to, man. I'm really looking forward to this playoff, to see what happens. Cause like I said, these Big Ten teams, man, I want to see what happened with them. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. You know what I'm
What
saying?
I really wanted to discuss, unfortunately, our partner in crime decided not to show up, and I think it was due to this topic, dog. We had to look at what happened the week before last in the first round. Why he chose Oklahoma to win, and for him to fall on the sword and apologize to Bama Nation for disrespecting. Then going on to select Texas A&M, which we both told him. What do we say?
Hold them.
Texas A&M has not played anybody. The record is pristine,
Right,
pristine,
right,
11-1.
right,
But when you skip through the SEC without having to play any of the better teams,
right, right.
the best team you played was
All in
Texas.
college football, man, it's all about who the hell you play. Who did you play? That's all that I care about. Who you play.
And it usually shows up when you have to play the team. Like Ric Flair say, what Ric Flair always say, to be the man, you've got to beat the man.
It's like I was looking at earlier. They looking at Notre Dame trash ass schedule for next year. Like
Man, get them out of here. We should have put them on trash, taken out the
should have,
trash. Because the
should have
way
put
that
them.
they've been crying since being left out of the playoffs has been ridiculous. The way that organization responded or that university responded when they were given a bowl bid and they decided
Straight
not to
trash,
go to the bid, that
straight
sets a horrible precedent.
because you upset that you didn't make it over a team that beat your ass. Come on, dog. Stop it, man. They beat you head to head. If that don't count for anything anymore, then just stop damn playing.
Then what counts?
Yeah, just
And
stop
y'all
playing.
got and then here's the point, like we talked about. They got the same they got the same win-loss record. The metrics are the same. Strength of schedule, strength of record were they basically the same.
Basically the same.
There was only one metric to go off of, head to head.
Y'all
And I
played
don't
on the
care if it
field.
happened in the first
They beat
season.
y'all.
Thank you.
Next
And
year
then
when they come to Notre Dame next year, make sure you win.
they want to throw shots at Alabama. Well, Alabama was 10-2, headed into an SEC championship game. Yeah, we got throttled, but we had already beat that team in their house.
Right.
There was no way. We said it the week before. We saw the play. They shouldn't even drop below Oklahoma when they lost to Oklahoma. They shouldn't have dropped below Notre Dame then, which is what saying got you and Jerry's antennas up about will they miss the playoffs. And I told y'all if they beat Auburn, this goes back to show you people that how far in advance I was on this. If they beat Auburn, they're in, no matter what happens in the SEC championship game, because they would be the number one seed. And there is no way that they were going to make the number one seed miss the playoffs over a team that ain't did nothing. They ain't beat nobody all season long. All season.
Yeah, you turned out to be absolutely correct on that one. Like I said, I'm just Coach Freeman. I thought he was better than that with the bullshit with the damn bowl game. I thought he was a better dude than that. Than to be on some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying, and not do that. You know what I'm saying. I respect him for coming back though. He did come back. To Notre Dame, signed his new deal. You know what I'm saying, to come back. So we'll see what happened next year. They better go. They better run the table next year with that schedule though.
I
That's all I
can't.
got
I
to say.
looked at that schedule, man. That is horrible. That is
Horrible.
horrible. I
And
hope
then
they lose.
take off
Here's
USC and you added BYU.
And and, we didn't get a chance to talk about that, but you know what I'm saying, that's probably the way that it's going to go. What incentive did USC have to play them?
Play them, right? Especially, and then they said they were willing to play them, but not in the middle of the Big Ten season.
Right,
They wanted to move the game to later on,
right.
or so
Or early,
I can't blame them on that.
early in the season should have been probably the first game of the season,
Right, right.
or the second game of the season.
Yeah, I can't blame them on that. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and Notre Dame need to bite the pill and go ahead and join a conference.
Never gonna happen in football.
Well,
That extra money they get from NBC, and that's gonna always talk over that.
whenever they rework this deal, they better not have them baked in as long as they in the top 12 or whatever.
Yeah, because whoever cut that side deal, that's bullshit, for real. It's real bullshit. But let's move to the association, bro. Got a couple topics to talk about in association. I left my Spurs off. I said I'm not gonna even talk about my Spurs. You know what I'm saying? I went on, left them off. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm gonna leave.
What you gonna say about the Spurs, man? What they doing?
I'm gonna leave them off for now. I'm gonna let it bake and see how this thing play out. It's too early in the season to make any proclamations. You know what I'm saying? Other than I am right about they're gonna be in the top 4, but we'll leave that be. Yo, Lakers defensive struggles. JJ kind of calling out people without calling them out. What's the issue? What's going on with your Lakers, dog? What the problem, dog? In Laker Lane.
The problem. Here's my okay. Well, and I'm gonna put the question back on you, but the team as currently constructed is not a defensive team. When you got Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and then Rui Hachimura and DeAndre Ayton, which one of those are defensive stoppers? Which one of them are defensive stoppers? LeBron a minute ago was, and at points and times he can be, but not for majority of the game, and definitely not for the majority of the season. He can't be your 41 years old, can't be your best defender, and you be a defensive team. That's number one. But the other thing is, and JJ right. I mean, LeBron dogging it on the floor. Sometimes he don't get a call, he don't run back. He'll have a turnover, don't run back. Sometimes he, you know what I'm saying, you'll see him, like one play they showed where he was anticipating a steal and tried to, you know what I'm saying, leave a snowbird early. End up they got the ball and scored, easy bucket.
Right.
So it's a laundry list of things that cannot be fixed with their roster right now. Now there are things that can be fixed, which is paying attention to detail, communication. And I believe that people, this was a proxy war for a lot of people that hate LeBron, wanting to throw shade at JJ because they don't like LeBron, and I ain't calling you out for that. I'm just saying with the media narrative, because what JJ said, hell, any coach would say. You have to call it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, should he name who it is? I don't take issue with nothing he said. He had to call it out. It was what they were showing on paper and what they were showing on the court. I mean, I didn't mean to say paper. What they were showing on the court was a total lack of effort. In some cases, a total lack of paying attention to detail. And that could be due to a number of different things. The lineup started to switch out a little bit because Luka got hurt. LeBron was hurt in the first part of the season. Austin Reeves got hurt, then Luka got hurt, and Austin Reeves back out again for a month. So I want you to tell me, what did I miss to what was wrong with what JJ said?
Oh, I didn't have a problem with what he said. I just thought, for me personally, I didn't have an issue with him. My only issue with him was just call it out. Who the hell you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because we all already know. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't, like, for me and the Lakers, I don't look at them as a championship team anyway, because I know their defense is going to be bad. So I think their ceiling is not championship anyway. So I don't really pay a lot of attention to them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, other than just to see,
I don't see him as championship.
Bron and Luka play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think they're a title contender. Their ceiling for me, yeah, they'll make the playoffs, of course, because there's a lot of bad teams in the West. They'll make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But as far as being able to string together enough defense to beat the good teams in the West, no. And will it be matchup the tournament? Sure, it will. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they can win a title with that team the way that your boy Rob Pelinka constructed it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah, nah,
not well
it,
constructed. You know what I'm saying?
nah, I believe the only way to make the improvements on defense is to put Austin Reeves on the bench, make him come off the bench because they also struggle with bench production. I mean, it would be more of in a Ginobili role. It would be in a Ginobili role. Kind of like you coming off the bench at 4 to 5 minutes into the game. And then you're playing key stretches down you're playing key stretches in the game. But if there's a defensive matchup that we need to, you know what I'm saying? If there's a matchup that we need to shore up with defense, and if it's at your position, then you might have to come off the floor for a few minutes.
Let me ask this then. They were balling early on when Braun was out. Why not bring Braun off the bench?
Well, number one, then what are you going to do because the balling was more of them balling offensively. It was still they was atrocious defensively.
Right, right. But the
So
offense looked a lot better.
the offense did look it. No, it didn't. It looked the same.
And offense looked good, man. Oh boy, Austin Reeves was looking much better.
Austin Reeves looked better.
Yeah, he looked much better.
But before LeBron got back, Austin Reeves started to struggle.
Yeah,
And
but
he
he
had
was dealing with some injuries too, though.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is from a defensive standpoint, you got two bad defenders on the ball. You can't put two bad defenders starting. Then who you gonna put in the starting rotation? Who you gonna start?
Not a bad defender. So you're gonna have two of them regardless.
Do you see? Okay, then here's what people have to look on the floor and see and not look at these defensive ratings. When you see them, when you watch the game, is anybody attacking LeBron?
So don't look at his defensive ratings.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to pay attention and watch the game. When you watch the game, do you see people attacking LeBron, putting LeBron in pick and roll?
No, not all the time.
Now,
No.
most of the time, LeBron is giving up baskets because he's trying to play help defense, and then he's for whatever
He's
reason out of
messing up the
position.
integrity of the defense.
Right. But that's because it's the same thing we saw last year. You're going to see a breakdown defensively when the people playing the guard position can't stay in front of their man. And you have to constantly be in rotation.
So with it obviously being Luka's team now, is it time to just move on?
Yeah, it's time
I'm saying like trade deadline. Would you be talking to LeBron like, hey, bro, do you want to go somewhere? You know what I'm saying? We trying to move in another direction. We need more defense on the team.
It depends on what you're going to get and who you're going to trade him for. Because
Right,
number one,
you're looking for
he's not
perimeter
going to.
defense. They say Bron, go to Bron and be like, hey, Bron, we love you, but hey, bro, we need some perimeter D and Luka the future. Luka and Austin, we see them as the future. We got to get some wings that can defend.
So here's the thing: you got to find a partner that number one has that is contending.
It's a hypothetical. We found it.
Ooh.
We got it. This is a hypothetical. A team out there that's got some wings that we want, and we need Bron gone.
OKC. You think OKC will do it?
We need Bron gone.
Yeah, if they find a partner.
My thing is, it's a hypothetical. Do you look at that and be like, Bron, we're gonna have to ship you?
Yeah, if they find a contender, if they find a contending team, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to see what your answer would be. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know if Bron would do it or not because he'd have to give up his no trade clause. He'd have to sign off on that. Right. But I know for a fact, we all know for a fact that it would have to be to a contending team.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt.
If he was to accept the trade, and that's a strong if. That's a big if. Because we know more than likely he gonna be like, hell no. But if he was to accept it, if he was to accept the trade, then it won't be to no Miami. Maybe Cleveland. I doubt it. Cleveland would be the only other choice. But he would have to be paired up with another superstar that, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know what I'm saying, really self-sufficient, like a Greek.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
OKC.
Yeah. It would have to be, it's definitely gonna have to be a contender, or he's gonna be like, get the hell out of my face. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think that, because what are you gonna get back? Because you're not gonna, if you look realistically at it, nobody's gonna give up their
young, talented wing player.
for LeBron, who's gonna be there for a year, maybe even not even a year, maybe be done for this year. He might be done this year. There's
Right.
reports coming out saying that he's thinking about retiring.
Right. I can see it. I can see it. Let's get to one quick topic, man, before we get to this trash, man. Joker. This
Hurt.
man putting up NBA 2K kind of damn numbers. You know what I'm saying?
He down, got beat, they lost.
Yeah, they lost. And like the Heat, yeah, they lost.
And he injured. He injured his knee.
Damn. See, I done jinxed his ass. Put him on the rundown and jinxed his ass.
That jinxed the joke.
Jinxed his ass. But still, the question remains, man, historically, man. I don't know what to do with him, bro. I respect what he's doing, but the numbers are so ridiculous, bro. It makes me question a lot of the shit. It's so damn ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're feeling me, if I'm verbalizing it correctly. You know what I'm saying? But the numbers are so outrageous.
Bro, I hear what you're saying. Y'all trying to make it seem like it's, and it a lot of it.
Why are you trying to make? I ain't trying to make it. It don't seem ridiculous to you that that he's able to put up these damn numbers.
You have to kind of look at it for what it is, man. It's in a
what is it? What is it?
He's playing in a league without a bunch of legit bigs.
So that's what I'm saying. So how do you rank it when you know that? You know what I'm saying? When I know night to night, I ain't nobody out here that can do nothing.
He in the top 20. He in the top 20. But when we talk about centers,
of what?
Of all-time players, he's moving that way.
Where is he on centers?
I'm feeling run down. I got a Cap, of course. I got Shaq. I got Wilt. I got Bill Russell. Got to put Bill in there. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
And Moses Malone.
Yeah.
And then I got to put Jokic right there above Patrick Ewing and David Robinson.
Ooh. He below them to me. Well, he above Pat. I ain't never liked the Knicks anyway. So if I fuck it, I'll put
you got David Robinson ahead of him?
I do. I think David Robinson would have gave him fits. I'm just looking at the basketball players. On a court, if they were there together, I think David Robinson would have gave his ass fits. I mean fits.
I believe that. I can see that. I mean, I believe Pat Ewing, if they played one-on-one.
Early in his career, yeah.
Yeah. I believe Pat Ewing one-on-one would give him.
Even in the context of the team game,
but when you look at the context of all-time greats is what I'm talking about. So you can't just look at one-on-one. Who you think will fare?
But looking at, I take everything into consideration. This era of basketball, he gets knocked a notch for me, dog. He just does. I don't think in a different era he's a regular 18-10 guy back in the day.
So that's like looking at Wilt's numbers and dismissing those. That's kind of why
I don't dismiss him, but I think you bring him forward to modern basketball. I still think he gets his 25 and 11. I take Joker back. 30. I take Joker back. He ain't, but he's still an all-time great. I take Joker back. He's gonna slide down. I'm sorry, he's gonna slide. He's not gonna put up 30, 10, and 10 every goddamn night.
Nah, not every night. Not every night. But again, it's a lack of the quality of big men.
Right.
That he has to defend and and be defended by.
Right.
That's the issue. Right. He's playing against the Rudy Gobert. Because we saw when Joel Embiid was healthy, he was getting ate up.
Thank you.
When they matched up, he was getting ate up. Now he would get his against Embiid, but it wasn't like
it would be lower. It would be lower. Exactly. I'm like, I don't buy it. You know what I mean? Like I say, how many people was that you had on that list? Counting Robinson and Patrick Ewing. How many was that?
I was up to like 7 or 8.
I could have him in that next group. You know what I'm saying? He'd be in that next because you can't like Wilt. You can't just throw the numbers away. You know what I'm saying? He like Wilt. You know what I'm saying? Damn, the numbers are the numbers at some point. But in a different era, He not that, dog. I'm sorry. He's just not that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I just don't look at him like that. I look at him as a product of this environment. Is
I
what
don't know, bro. The man can score. I don't think there would be anybody that would just shut him
ain't
down.
no other big man. Yeah, he can score, sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Because it's easy for him every night. It looks easy to him every night. Sometimes they look bored because they can't do a damn thing. Ain't nobody out here big enough to do a damn thing about me on any night. Like
But
you said, until he ran into Embiid twice a year.
when he go up against Steven Adams, he still give him the business.
But I'm
Who
talking
was
about
it?
I'm talking about
Who
other.
did they play the other night when he scored 56?
Who the hell was that? I can't even remember who that was. That shit was ridiculous though. But man, yeah, I don't know. He's just a hard one for me because you have to respect the game and he has a title, so you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard for me to put him above those top 7, 8 dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Was
not.
that Sacramento? He scored 56.
Might have been. Who is that? And I don't even think your boy played. I think he hurt still. Any Sabonis or whatever.
No, it wasn't Sacramento. It wasn't Sacramento.
I had
I'm
it up.
trying to find it now.
Yeah, I had it up a second.
Uh, was it Indiana? Nope.
I was looking at tonight's game, Lasar, and that they lost.
One against Golden State. It was the Clippers. Was it the Clippers? No, it was Minnesota. It was
No,
against Minnesota.
it wasn't the Clippers on.
It was Minnesota.
Okay, okay.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Minnesota either.
Was it Orlando?
Damn, when was it? It had to have been recently.
Yeah, it was recent. I can't remember either, man. But yeah, so it's one of them things, man, where it's just hard to say with him, man. He's just one of them dudes that's hard for me to say where to put him. You know what I'm saying? But for me, yeah, he definitely not ahead of any of those guys that you had on that list. He just not for me. He just not that to me.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna argue with
That's
you,
one
but
man's opinion.
I got him. I got him right behind Moses
It
and
was Minnesota last Thursday.
probably going
It was Minnesota last Thursday.
Minnesota last Thursday.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we shall see. We'll see how it ends up, man. Because I know the other day somebody said they had him third already. That's what brought the subject up for me. I'm like, third all-time center. I'm like, damn, third. That's a bit rich for me.
You
But
know what I was doing? I was looking at the beginning of the season because this the crazy part. They first game was against Miami, and I saw that. And then the last game they played was tonight. Tonight they lost to Miami, so I had inverted the schedule.
I almost bet them tonight too. I'm glad I didn't. I almost bet that shit. I almost bet that. Glad I didn't do it. But let's get to this trash, man, this week.
Let's get to it.
And crazy that she even on here, but Nikki Minaj, bro.
A name I never thought we'd put
In the
on this
same sentence with Turning Point USA. That's just wild to me. You know what I'm saying? That's even a thing. You know what I'm saying? That even happened. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to, man. In fact, I'm just gonna let people listen to it, man. I don't even want to. I just want people because I can't understand where she's coming from at all. And you know me, Chief. I try to understand other points of view, Chief. I really do. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna play it, Chief.
He may not be here today.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on. I'm gonna play it, Chief. But I'm just like some of the stuff she was saying about Donald Trump and them being so relatable. And I just didn't understand, Chief. I'm looking for my news week when here it is. It's coming up now.
Okay.
Well, I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it
You are the bad
with
guys.
your
You are
head
the bad
held
guy.
high
Right.
and your integrity intact. This administration is full of people with heart and soul.
What does that mean?
And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree?
Oh,
They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American. Well,
You ain't even American.
right. So
And that's
what not so rich people he relate to?
exactly. Because if we look at the policies, all of them favor the rich.
Right.
If we look at the policies, a lot of them are against the poor, the people that don't have, with kicking folks off of, they're going to be losing their SNAP benefits, which includes EBT, people losing their health benefits. It's a lot of people are going to see the impacts of the raise in their premiums due to not reinstating the subsidies for Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. Just a laundry list of things that this administration has done, including the tariffs, that shows that he gives a fuck about the poor people until it's time to rally and get their support to vote for him off of his racist rhetoric
Right.
and inflammatory rhetoric. It's the only reason he's fucking president, is because he has the backing of that. I broke this percentage down a while ago. I don't know if I did it with y'all, but I said out of the Republicans support, 35% of those people are purely racist. Another 25%, not really necessarily racist, but they don't really fuck with black folks and minorities either. So they don't really care. The other percentage of Republicans could lean that way. And then there's a small percentage of about 15 to 20% that truly ain't with the racist shit. But because they love power and they want to support Republican ideals, which is to get rid of what they call and what do they call those benefits? What's the word that they've been using? The buzzword they've been using when it comes to Social Security, education, and all those different things that Democrats support for as far as government paying for these things. The Republicans have been against those programs, social services or safety net programs, basically. They've been against those this entire time. So her saying that they can relate to the working man or the poor is a total fabrication. And it goes back to what everyone suspects. She's not American. She's an immigrant from Trinidad, and she don't want to be deported, which is some bullshit, first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way on this one, bro. I mean, like I say, I respect her right to say what she feels, but you can tell it's an ulterior motive. One, you didn't even really have nothing to say for real, nothing intelligent to even.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You
Rambling.
just rambling, and the woman
Rambling.
looking at you like, "What is this bitch talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Because you weren't making those. They got so much heart and soul. What?
They got heart and soul.
on powerful men. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. That's probably the reason for real, because there's been threats made, probably, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't go out here saying no crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, about me. You know what I'm saying? So I man, and then all the shit he's doing, the bombing of Nigeria, that becomes just background noise. I ain't even really seen people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
That don't ain't nobody even paying attention to that because she was part of this propaganda that was put out a few weeks before she said this bullshit
right.
about, you know what I'm saying? What did she went to, well, it wasn't Turning Point. It was another conference that they had, and she got on there and said something to the effect of, we need to support Christians in Nigeria, when the people that have been targeted have been not only Christians but have been
Right.
Muslims too.
Right.
So
Exactly. Exactly. So it's just, man, a bunch of bullshit. This is about resources: oil, lithium, cobalt, gold, land,
exactly, which is why
power.
they in Venezuela. Which is why they bombing boats in Venezuela.
Exactly. This ain't about terrorism, bro. It's about ownership. Owning these resources is all this is about, and wealth building for Trump and his family. I'm sorry. When he leave office, he's going to be a much, much wealthier man than when he went into office. And the
Absolutely.
fact that they can't see this is what frustrates me, Chief, because you can see the corruption going on right in front of you.
This
You can
is the
see
most
it.
corrupt bullshit we've seen. Let's not even talk about Epstein. Let's not
Yeah,
even go that
he
route.
don't even hide it anymore. It's so corrupt. They don't even try to hide it anymore.
And before because we got to get into Epstein, but before we get into that, there's something else she said that I didn't hear on this snippet that
Okay.
really was like, what the fuck, bitch? What are you
What
talking
you say?
about? When she said that black women shouldn't have to, or white women shouldn't have to apologize for being beautiful. Black women should just know that they're beautiful and not attack white women or something to that effect. You didn't
What?
see that? Yeah. I'm
Huh.
trying to find the quote now. But yeah, she mentioned that shit. She said that, another ramble, which further lets you know that she really had nothing to say other than to get up there on stage with fake ass Erica Kirk and her fake crying.
Man,
Um,
man.
and leave me alone and let me have peace, but you all out in the public every goddamn time we turn around. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you, rest in peace to your husband, who was a piece of shit when he was alive. So I really don't care that he got sniped. But I don't want nobody to get killed, obviously. But he was a piece of shit. He said pieces of shit. And so he got caught in the neck. But yeah, look that up. She said something to the effect of, white women shouldn't have to apologize for being white or beautiful. We should just own our own beautiful. We don't have to put anybody down to make ourselves look beautiful. We don't have to put white women down to make ourselves look beautiful. Something to that effect, bro. I promise you, she said that shit.
Wow.
Yeah. She on some bullshit. And I ain't. I'm gonna say this
Oh,
as
here it
far
is.
as Nicki Minaj.
If we as black women felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty? Now, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty.
Bruh, bruh,
What?
bruh. If not every if none of the melanated people that call themselves Barbs don't instantly delete their shit from her, divorce themselves from her, I know something.
Right.
I know something. This celebrity culture has gone amok. It has gone awry. We can't keep supporting bullshit that these people be doing. Just like I cut Kanye off with his bullshit, even though I know his is mostly due to some type of mental illness. It's got to be. Yeah, he ain't on his meds. And like I was gonna say, before we even get into the bullshit that the Epstein, we probably won't even need to touch that. But she has displayed some level of mental
Yeah.
disorder in the
Something
way that she
going on.
handles herself against her contemporaries.
And I
Cardi
think that's
B's and
happened
Megan
when
Thee
you said, I
Stallions.
think she has lost a lot of followers because she deactivated her Instagram account.
But they said she done that in October. They said she did
Oh,
that in October. So they really don't. They said that I saw that too, that she had lost 10 million followers. And you know how Facebook do.
right,
You post
right.
it on Facebook, then everybody jump onto it. You gotta check your sources. You gotta check your sources. But yeah, man, she's been on that bullshit for years. And Lil Kim, it was an interview on the Breakfast Club with Lil Kim before Nicki Minaj started to really display these public sentiments and start to have all these public beefs and feuds with other female rap artists. She said that Nicki Minaj was about that bullshit. And she said, in time, you will see. Those were her exact words. In time, you'll see. But at that time, people was thinking that it was Lil Kim trying to be the gatekeeper as far
All
as,
right,
okay, who's the next queen? Who's the next queen of rap? She had that
right.
mantle for a long time. Nicki Minaj came in and she had some good songs. She had some good music, even though her ex-boyfriend Safari wrote for her a lot of times, wrote some of the lyrics on some of her hits. It was not her being a gatekeeper, or not her trying to shut other people down, which is clearly what Nicki Minaj has done with her contemporaries. Like I said, Cardi B feuding with her, Megan Thee Stallion feuding with her, Glorilla feuding with her, feuding with Lil Kim. Man, that bitch been on that bullshit for a long time, and now her shit, she's starting to display it, and it's starting to look like she has a mental issue. She has an issue, whether that's what I'm saying, her being narcissistic like Trump. That's probably why she talking about he's so handsome and she loves him so much. A narcissist loves another narcissist, but not so much that they will, what I'm saying, put that narcissist above their own self-being. So like you said, she could be on that. I need to make sure I don't get deported shit. But when you say the shit that she said about people don't need to make white women feel bad to make themselves look good or whatever, that's that bullshit.
Right. I'm like, man, where does that go on at? Like, who does
Like,
that?
yeah. And, and it's the same sentiment that I've kind of been hearing. I can't remember where I heard it, but I've kind of seen it, on the YouTube channels or whatever. Like, Vance said that shit. White people don't have to apologize for being white. When have you had to
Man,
apologize for being white?
right.
He said it during the same conference. That same
I mean,
conference.
they come up with these damn dog whistle shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit when has that ever been a thing? Nowhere I've ever been. White people apologizing for being white. What is that happen at?
Exactly.
Because one, I want to go there.
And so it's they're using, people learning about the history and people trying to push more of an understanding of what America did, the truth about America, the history, the true history of this country, which we all love because we're here. But everyone knows that this country did some bullshit. And so they don't want to have to own that shit. And so now they want to fight back. And then you got a black president. So now they don't like that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the companies talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Oh, that feels like you trying to kick white folks out of positions. Bitch, DEI ain't about no fucking hiring practices.
At all, dog. Oh, crazy, dog. Yeah, I'm reading this article where she said she frustrated over her lack of formal recognition from the country she's called home since childhood. I'm not an American citizen. Isn't that crazy? You would think the millions of dollars I paid in taxes that I would be given an honorary citizenship. And that was 6 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So angling for Trump not to kick her ass out and to make her ass a citizen or some shit, it's just silly shit, man. I'm like, I'm so sick of
Nah,
politics, man. And my brother the other day asked me, and he was serious. This is what was funny about. He's like, man, how long you been in there? About 2.5 years. Nigga, that's the first year, dog.
the first
Feel
year.
like he been in office about 3 years, dog.
And if the Democrats don't win the election, it might feel like another 10 more years before he up out of office. Man, it's been it's so much shit, man. And I can't believe that people, and I know we need to get up out of here, but this whole Epstein thing has really really, it's blown my mind, but I ain't surprised no more.
Me either.
Like you let him back in office, you have rehired and voted him back in office after all the shit that came out about him trying to steal the election, about January 6th. After all of that, even if, you know what I'm saying, all of the bullshit statements he's made over the years, all of the mishandling of the government, the COVID shit, all of that shit, those two things alone, trying to steal the election, that alone should have been like, nah, it's a bridge too far.
Right.
To me, again, I'm not going to expect the 35%, the racists, because he catered to them. I'm not going to expect that 35%, the people that are truly racist. I'm not going to expect them for him to lose support that we know. Like Hillary Clinton said back in 2016, there are deplorables who ain't going to vote, who going to vote for him regardless. But it ain't the majority of them. But the majority is who has let this country down, because they were the ones that should have been like, nah, we ain't standing for this shit. We ain't standing for that. And they should still be the ones to this day right now. We had a few that have stood up to it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, but that's, I think you more doing this shit so that you can try to rebrand yourself because you see the writing on the wall. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that you was doing behind all of his rhetoric, and you saw what he tried to do as far as the election concerned, y'all ought to be ashamed. Y'all need to be tied, once this shit come out, need to be tied directly to everything. You put him back in power. You supported him. You campaigned on his bullshit. You need to be tied directly to it, even if you ain't have nothing to do with it. There's too many dots that can be connected to this motherfucker being in cahoots with that dude. And I'm starting to believe that he got him killed.
Man,
At the day, man,
I always thought the suicide was a little sketchy myself, Chief. I'm like,
I didn't.
That's a little too convenient.
I didn't know. At the time, I didn't. I didn't really read up on the Epstein shit a lot. Just, hearing bits and pieces there. It makes sense. A billionaire with all this clout and all this clientele or whatever, got all this money. Now you finna be right. You finna be put on blast, and you don't want to have to deal with that. That's how I kind of looked at it. But now, after kind of seeing something,
he had waited it out, his ass would have been out. Because I'm quite sure old boy would have let his ass out.
But it was too much bad blood.
Too much, way
too much bad blood.
Way too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things. Like, I'm with you, bro. I don't care who in there, bro. I don't care if it's Clinton. I don't care who it is, bro. I believe people on both sides involved. I don't care.
I don't care what side it was on. All of them need to be outed. Because the 1,200, they said it was as many as 1,200 girls.
Crazy, Chief.
And this motherfucker on there, it came out today where she revealed some of the comments that he made to her over the phone, like screaming at her about releasing the Epstein document, saying that it's going to ruin and embarrass my friends, when she was calling for the documents to be released. Yeah.
Craziness, Chief. But my thing is, Chief, you know what? I'm so jaded at this point. I think if they released it all and said everything he did, they wouldn't even care. I don't even think
I kind of believe that. I mean, because, bro, it's too many dots. Like, do you have to draw the whole fucking picture? This motherfucker has already admitted to walking in on young girls. He said, I grabbed him by the pussy. Now, we don't know if he was talking about young women or not. He's been convicted civilly for being a rapist. He has no moral backbone. He has no moral compass.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the Epstein files. They have video of him leering. We know what that leer is. You know what that look is when you're in the club and you had a couple of drinks. That look and what they was doing was about some fucking women. You with the like somebody else said, the greatest pederast to has ever lived. You with him. You on the plane.
Crazy, Chief.
You met your wife at Mar-a-Lago with him. Bro, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Birds of a feather do what?
Lock together, my boy.
Thank you.
I don't think it's gonna matter, Chief. They're gonna put it all out, and I don't even think it's gonna matter. When it all hit the fan,
I believe you. That's what I was saying. It's too much shit out now for them.
and they don't care.
All of the dots they connected with less information that turned out to be bullshit, and they can't connect
And they the
these
main
dots.
ones be talking about Democrats, pedophiles, and all these pedophile rings.
Pizza rings.
parlors being pedophile rings, and man, come on, man. But now y'all got one. It's like, man, it doesn't matter so much. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
I don't believe. I don't believe he did it. I don't think he did it. What the fuck?
What about all these dots that's connected? Fuck them dots.
The dots show a fucking round ball. I'm talking about that motherfucker going, I don't know what that is. That could be a cloud. That could be a square. That could be a triangle. I don't know what that is. I need more information. Bitch, please.
It's fucking crazy, dog. But we'll see what happens, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Trash Talking with the Old Heads. Do not forget to support us. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
Trash Talking with the Old Heads. Also the Facebook page, Trash Talking with the Old Heads. Till next week.
On the 2-man, baby.
2-man crew. 2 live.